Today is part 2 of myself and Capatan Morgan's Wargames covering your Necron tactical questions. It's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. And if you're new to the channel and you want to keep up to date with the Wonders of Warhammer 40k, then please subscribe and hit the bell button to turn on all notifications so you don't miss an upload. Okay, so part 2 of the Necron Tactical series of videos that we are doing together. So it's Capatan Morgan's Wargames. His YouTube channel is linked up in the description below, so make sure you check it out. And of course, myself, and we are going to be answering your Necron questions. So, you ready for this?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, let's get on with the first question. Okay, so the first question is from G.W. Kang, and he says, melee Necron armies, yay or nay? Do you think Flayed Ones need a buff? If so, what are your ideas to buff Flayed Ones? Interesting, a lot of people talking about melee Necrons.
Yeah.
Flayed Ones, I personally don't think they need a buff at all. Actually, I think they're spot on, Flayed Ones, in terms of their rules, but they're just overcosted.
Yeah, and maybe increase the unit size as well. If you drop the price and just buff up the amount you're able to take.
30 Flayed Ones, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
It's just to give you that ability to play a horde style melee army if you want.
Yeah, I mean, Flayed Ones are basically just warriors with claws, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they're not supposed to be that amazing. But they are actually pretty good. They're just too expensive, aren't they?
I mean,
they probably need to be like 13 points. They're currently 17.
I'd probably put them down towards about 20 points, down to 12 points.
20?
Down to 12 points, and so you can make it a little bit more viable to run them. 17 is way too high.
Yeah,
I think
especially when you want to run 60.
Yeah, I think it was 10. I think you're 10-15% overpriced still on your codex anyway, but rules wise they're fine. It is just a cost, and as I said, maybe increase a unit size as well. Just and for me, I would be looking at Veil of Darkness for hiding them somewhere on if you're not getting first hand, and then veiling them and getting into combat. And then bubble wrapping an enemy unit so that you're still keeping them alive. They can't be shot. Yeah,
I suppose if I were to adjust the rules, let's just say they stayed the same points, and I had to adjust the rules. One of the things with Flayed Ones is if they don't get on the assault when they come down, basically they're knackered. So I think maybe 3D. Assault. Blood Angels have. Yeah, they've got that stratagem thing.
Yeah, or give them a rule that allows them to add +1 to the charge, so you'll make an 8-inch charge, and then you can command point that, or give them a bit like the wolf and can re-roll failed charges. Yeah,
there's something to help them actually get into assault if they come down, because ultimately the best way to play them is to reserve them, deep strike it, and just try to get into an assault. You could hide them and maybe play them a bit more of a counter charge.
Yeah. Or use a veil. But again, you've still got that 9 inches.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's it for that question.
That is.
Okay, so next is from David Cotton, and he says, what do you think about scarabs being able to block line of sight for enemies? I think this would help make Necrons bubble wrap destroyers and heavy destroyers because of our units are so one-dimensional. I really think this is the missing link to help our low unit sized heavy points units. What are your thoughts? Interesting. So blocking line of sight.
They do that for characters. Yeah. I don't think it would work for doing it for destroyers and heavy destroyers. I don't think Necron units are one-dimensional. I think you've got the ability to use them in so many ways, especially if you look in your stratagems and what you pair them with. But it's just the same with any codex. You've just got to find what works and what works well for you. What I would say, and we discussed this earlier, is what would look cool is just having a Necron piece of terrain with just looks like thousands and thousands of scarabs, like a dune coming up and over. And then
will you be willing to paint them all though?
I hate painting.
Dot the I's and all those scarabs. Yeah, no, well, I don't think that line of sight blocking scarabs.
No. Yeah.
Visually it would be a bit weird.
I mean, you've got plenty to block line sights. You could put ghost arcs and move them up in front of your units. You could use a monolith. There are plenty of options if you're wanting to block line of sight and make it difficult for an opponent.
Yeah.
But
Necrons!
To be honest, I'd probably use the Deceiver and put them in a place where your opponent's going to make put his juicy guns there, and then with a Deceiver move them to the other side of the board and go for and come across a weaker flank. And
I suppose you could have like scarabs maybe giving units behind a -1 to hit or something, but it's it's
you'd have to have a roar in there, but maybe a swarm, but there's like dust and bits churned up. And
I think scarabs would just make scarabs too sought after. And the main issue, of course, is that Games Workshop don't sell scarab swarms.
No.
You have to buy a box of warriors to get 3 scarab bases. So there's no way they're going to make the scarab swarms rules out really good unless they've got brand new kits coming out for scarabs, and they should.
Yeah, I think they should be sold separately.
Yeah,
and
or you should get scarabs with every single Necron box set that you buy. There should be a few scarabs on there, like Tyranid Rippers.
Yeah,
maybe.
You
buy Gaunts, you get a few Rippers on there, don't you?
Maybe that's the way they sell it in every box set. For like a terrain feature for the bases, and then you can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's something that needs to be done with scarabs from GW's point of view, but it won't be rules because of the model situation.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Okay, so next is from Michael81 Van Dusky, and he says, "Have you looked at a warrior melee list?" Everybody's talking about melees, aren't they? It's interesting. With the right buffs, strats and warlord traits, you can get them to strength 6 with 2 attacks, fighting twice, re-rolling charges and hits. Ideally not optimal most situations, but against toughness 3 you're wounding on 2, so guardian spam, acolyte, guard squads. Now you need Xerus. You wait till I do the best Necron HQ video for that. and Rakur to make them work, but viably could, as your opponent will not suspect warriors hitting on 2+, rerolling hits and wounding on 2s. Your thoughts? The purpose is to rely on the melee, but use it as a tool for character heavy buff army hiding in screens, where assaulting essentially melee chaff and some pile in and consolidate pro moves can tie up a whole lot of bad shooting and kill off the hiding characters, specifically outer guardians, or kill really squishy melee units easily, like witches and acolytes. Right. So yeah, I mean, it is possible to get warriors quite nasty in assault, and I suppose it would be a surprise. Having said that, like you say, probably more of a surprise for toughness 3 stuff.
Yeah.
I don't very often play against toughness 3 stuff.
No.
Most stuff's at least 4 or 5 these days.
It's only you Eldar, and if you're playing sort of against acolytes and some sort of Gretchen, but again, they're there to die anyway. So
I think that's the point. You would be putting a lot of effort and points and your army's
I think
attributes to taking out basically just chaff.
Yeah, I think there's better ways to deal with chaff, but your Tomb Blades, you could go Tesla Immortals, and again with the Solar Pulse strap, because if he goes prepared positions, you get rid of a unit. Volume of fire and bits, but yes, anything that you can throw as a surprise. But I think
this idea is fantastic if you're playing somebody week in, week out, the same person, and you want to switch things up and give them a surprise and have some fun. So I like the concept of it, but I wouldn't build a list around it for any sort of competitive play.
It's possibly something that you're in a game. It's a tight game, and you might pull out that move just to see if you can throw your opponent off surprise.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for the question. Okay, so next is a question from Ryan Abernathy, and he says, with Imperial Knights being so popular, are full warrior squads even worth bringing over Doomsday Arcs and Triarch Stalker combos? Well, I've only played against Imperial Knights once. Warriors weren't very effective. No,
but you've got to remember, Imperial Knights are now only a 4+ save. They've had the other strats in command points increased, so now it's not necessarily as viable. I think you'll still see some knight lists out there, but I don't think they'll be as dominant now. You can play warriors against them. You're going to need other stuff in there, of course. But
wounding on 6s isn't really that great, is it?
I think destroyers work quite well against them now that they're 4+, and you're putting the reroll to hits, reroll wounds against them. I think that you can get rid of it with destroyers. And you could have warriors. Again, if you're doing it, you're playing the mission. I mean, the problem with playing Doomsday Arcs and Stalkers and stuff like that against a knight, the Castellum will invalidate those in a couple of turns. He'll probably kill 2 or 3 vehicles a turn quite easily, and then you're in trouble. Try and hide. Try and block.
Have you noticed how everything else in the game seems to do something slightly better than Necrons do?
Yeah, but you've got destroyers, which are fantastic. Race, extremely hard to kill. Nasty in combat.
You love race, don't you?
I love playing them because it gives me a problem. I have to find a way around, and that's the thing. Anything that can make you think and improve your game, because next time you come up against a problem, you think, "Oh, I faced a similar problem there. That worked. So I can do that, or I can try this."
Absolutely. So, is it worth? I mean, you could potentially warriors, obviously, troops.
What you've got to think is, if you set them out, space them out, he's not going to be able to. He can't move over you if he hasn't got that distance. So this is about the spacing and making sure that they can't fall over you. Again, set up channels, make him move through places where he doesn't want to be. In friendly games, you're going to be able to put the objectives up on the first floor of buildings. They're not going to be able to touch them. ITC tournaments have stopped that. All the objectives are considered on the ground floor, so they're not ever in a position that knights can't get them. But
I think it depends on the meta at the moment, because Obviously, Horde's getting quite popular. And
I would watch your tournaments over the next 6 months or so.
Yeah.
I believe Gene Stealers and Tau, they're going to be there up in the top list. Aldo is still going to be there. Orcs and then Imperium. Imperium will be mixed because ITC have made it anything from the Space Marine Codex is considered even like Dark Angels and with separate codex. They're all classed as Imperium for factions.
And obviously Necrons. I mean, at the moment, you see a lot of the top end lists. I have 3 Stalkers, 3 Doomsday Arcs, the 3 Doom Scythes. And they're all big guns. But at some point, the meta will change, and you may not necessarily need so many big guns.
No, I'm not a fan of the Doomsday Arcs. I think the variability in them can be an undoing. So
yeah, I haven't played the Doomsday Arcs in the other way to play them. I was going to do it in our game that we recently had, because basically you had no tanks, did you?
No. Sure.
And whilst the Doomsday Cannon can kill a reasonable amount of Marines if you roll well, you have to remember that the little Gauls Flux Arcs on the side.
Yeah.
They got a lot of shots, and my plan originally was going to be, I was going to just ignore the big guns and just move those Doomsday Arcs up close, use them as a screen. We've got a good amount of shots and they're -1 AP, and use them more of an attacking unit.
Yeah,
but of course the game we had dictated to go in a different way. But yeah, don't think that the Doomsday Arc is just there to sit there and use the big gun, because it's not always the case. Yeah, actually, that little gun on the side can be quite good.
Yeah, especially for killing chaps.
Yeah,
and allowing you to, give a bit of ball control.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, great question. Okay, so the next question is from Steve London, and he says, "I'm building a new army with the starter box set. Infantry done, but must make that important decision: Annihilation Barge or Command Barge." So I think I'm going to take command of this one, and you tell me if you disagree or not. So, Command Barge or Annihilation Barge? You should magnetise it.
Oh, I think that's probably give yourself.
Yeah, magnetise it. If you didn't want to magnetise it, you just wanted to glue it, then I'd definitely say the Command Barge. However, the Annihilation Barge isn't actually that bad, although I don't see it so much now, but I think it will be making a comeback.
I mean, I played it in Pompey Village last year. The guy had to. Magnus, the 2 of them were my first target, and Magnus took them both out in turn 1.
Yeah.
So my thing is, if you're going to play
he must have deployed badly.
The Magnus can make 32 inches.
Yeah, I know.
You're not hot.
Screen it, don't you? Screen them. Yeah. And you put one over here, one over here, so you can't take 2 out in one go.
Yeah, he did put them close together, but it's. I would go with a rule of 3 for anything, because they are squishy, but if you can get use out of them, I think the Annihilation Barge is extremely thick. The Command Barge I would use if you want to buff your aura ability, because that increases the aura ability out to 12 inches. So, and that's for a character.
Yeah,
that's immense.
I think Command Barge is definitely the better option at this moment in time, but things change.
Yeah.
And also, Annihilation Barges are really good in lower points games as well. So if you're playing like a 1,000-point game, there's a lot of strength 7 shots that those things can kick out. So magnetise it if you can. I've got a tutorial, so I'll link that up in the description below if you want to check that out. Great question, thank you. Okay, so the next question is from Biggie B, and he says, "When is it worth to bring either type of the Catan? I have a Deceiver, but proxy it as a Nightbringer sometimes. Which would you say is the better overall?" So of course we've got 3 Catans, Deceiver, Nightbringer and the Transcendent Catan.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Rich? I mean, I've got my my idea, but I'm interested to see what you think.
I mean, you know me, I like my psychic powers, and this is Necron's only way of producing mortal wounds via psychic power, sort of.
Yeah.
Yet you don't get, you can't be denied.
Yeah.
So bonus. I would, if I was building a Necron list, I would definitely try and get them in.
Yeah.
I mean, I would probably go with the Transcendent in the Vault, and I would probably go Deceiver for the ability to redeploy and take units out of danger, and maybe just to pull your opponent's positioning, so you can then go against the other flank and make it.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Deceiver is the main. I think the thing to bear in mind is the Deceiver is more of a once-use thing.
Yeah.
He's very good for the redeploying, and if you have a reason to take him, you've got to have an army that it's not just saying, "Oh, take the Deceiver." You've got to have a plan and a reason for doing it.
You have to build. You're going to have to build a list around that concept.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think if you were just saying, right, I want to play a Catan in my list, then the Nightbringer is actually a very good choice. Yeah. Obviously, the Vault, but I don't know that the Vault really, for me, the Vault doesn't come into it too much. It is obviously a Catan model, but I think it's totally different to just taking like a
Transcendent.
Yeah, like a 200 point-ish character.
I mean, the only reason I'd say take the Vault is because, as we saw in the Space Force game we had, you pushed it right up into my face, made me blow it up, and then it exploded and did mortal wounds galore and wiped out.
There's no doubt the Vault is good, even at 550 points that it is now. But
it's an option, and it gets your talent up there. You're getting the psychic powers, you're getting shooting, and you've got the possibility just of exploding it in your opponent's face and seeing them cry when lots of these models die.
Yeah, the main problem with the Catans though is they do go down too quick. I mean, the only saving grace of the Catan is that it's the character under 10 wounds and can't be targeted. Yeah. And apart from that, it's actually really bad. The save is terrible. It hasn't got enough wounds. Toughness is fine. Toughness 7. It just goes down too quick.
I would probably say slightly better invol. You'd want the Wraith invol 3+, and a way to buff that for a stratagem or even maybe something giving it a +1. Maybe a character to give. Say a supreme, a Star God type thing. But
it just needs something extra, whatever that would be. It definitely needs something. Whether I don't know, maybe like multiple wounds, only ever do 1 wound. It just needs something to keep it alive longer. Although obviously it's been repositioned on points, so it's not such a big points investment for something that doesn't necessarily survive so long. But it's a Star God. Well, the shard of a Star God. It should be better.
Yeah, it should be, and that's maybe something GW needs to look at.
And I think they will. And you know when they're going to do it, don't you? When they've got new models. They're going to bring out some new Catans. They're going to be big models. They're going to have super good rules. And it's going to be...
At the moment, they're... what are they, Finecast or metal?
They're currently Finecast.
Yes, so it needs to be plastic.
Yeah. It's going to
because they've done this nice Celestine with... and... on the strands, so something
it's
like
definitely going to happen. I think the next time Necron do get love as such, it will be the Catans. So
I think with those powers as well, that you've got the ability to deal with tanks, but again, especially against horde armies, you've got that one that's a D6 for every model in the unit, 30 D6s.
They definitely have a place in your army, but I think.
But you've got to. It's not the only tool in your box. You've got to have it to as a secondary option, a backup. So
and of course the Transcendent Catan with this split personality thing. So basically, you could give him a 3+ invulnerable save, which is pretty good. And also I think one of them you can make him move quicker, etc. So he's definitely worth considering as
Yeah.
well. So yeah, definitely. I think, yeah, I would say Catan's, yes. I don't use them so much unless I'm building a list right around them, and I think the reason for that is every point is valuable.
Yeah.
And if you want
army.
if you want destroyers and you want your Doomsday Arcs and you know
Yeah,
all the other stuff that you need,
you can't take them.
Even 200 points. It's hard to say.
I can justify it,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's it for this episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, and if you're not subscribed yet, then start now or hit the IDICBeer icon. And if you want to see the first video in this series, then check out that video right over Richard's head. Beam me up. Forgot to do that. Beam me up.